Hello, everyone. Happy New Year. I feel like this is the one holiday where you can't offend anybody by saying Happy New Year. So, Happy New Year to you, all of you. I hope you're safe. Hope you're well. I hope 2024 was good to you. And if it wasn't, I hope 2025 is better. Yeah, I just want to do a check-in on this video and kind of talk about the new year and what's planned for this channel, my website, and my photography in general. I am really proud that for December, I published 27 videos in the 31 days. And I said I was going to publish a video a day, and I missed four. So happy about that. That's the most videos I've published ever. I think in one period. So I'm really happy about that. I think that's the most videos I've published in, like, if you take out December, I don't think I published 27 videos all year. So really happy about that. As you can clearly see, today is January 5th. So I have not uploaded a video for the last 5 days because partly we had family in town, and then the other part is I was just lazy and just didn't want to do it. So I didn't. But I'm going to be publishing videos again, not at the same pace I was doing before. It's obviously going to slow down because YouTube is not my job. I have a job. I have a family. I have responsibilities. Not to say that if you have all that you can't do YouTube, but yeah, I'm gonna be doing more videos. I had planned on recording this video outside, like on a walk with Pixel, but it's been rainy all week. I think there was like one day where it wasn't rainy, and I like in the morning, and I didn't go out with Pixel. We just hung around the house, and so here we are. So yeah, I'm really excited about that. So you're gonna be seeing videos on this YouTube channel, but I'm not gonna be doing. I've been thinking about this a lot, and obviously gear videos do really well, but I'm not gonna just talk about like here's a bunch of gear that I bought or anything like that. I'm just gonna be giving you my experience using the cameras that I have, especially like the A7CR and the XT5. You don't really see a ton of videos about like people's experience using them after a time. Like you get the review and the initial impressions and all that kind of stuff, but what about like how does it handle after 6, 7 months, 8 months? Everyone does like a year review, but like I don't know. And I'm not a reviewer. I'm just a guy who likes taking pictures. And I was listening to a video today, a live stream, and this guy was talking about all this gear that he has. And he's like, I have a ton of gear and I like gear. And he said something that was interesting. He was like, it's okay to like gear. It's okay to want to play with the cameras that we have or we don't have. And I think he's absolutely right. But he also said, gear does not make the photographer. And I 100% agree with that. You can take amazing pictures with an iPhone, you can take amazing pictures with a Hasselblad. But for me this year, I've decided that, I have all the gear that I need, right? I have the A7CR, the XT5, I got a couple lenses for the XT5. I had my lenses for Sony already for the A7CR. Ricoh GR3X is by far my most used camera. And then I have this film camera that I've been playing with. And I'm like, I don't need any more gear for 2025. So for me this year, I'm going to do a photography no buy. If you don't know what a no buy is, just literally you're not buying. But in this case, I'm doing it specifically on photography gear. So no camera bodies, no lenses. I can rent camera bodies. I can rent the lenses if I need to. But I remember in a video a few weeks ago now, I said I'll probably pick up the A6600 or something, A6700 for the bird photography stuff. But I mean, I have the XT5, which is great. I have the A7CR, which is great. I am not a professional wildlife photographer. I'm a guy in his 40s who's getting into birds. And so the camera gear that I have is more than enough, right? I have the Sony 70 to 350 sitting back there, which I use on walks with Pixel. And when I put on the A7CR, it's an amazing camera lens combination. It just is. That was the whole point of creating my long-term photography kit. But having said that, I do want to say, like, it's okay to like gear. It's okay to want to own a new lens or a camera buy or something. Like, that's okay. I think where I'd say it's not okay is if you think like this camera will make you a better photographer. Sure, there are some certain cameras that will help you do things that you can't do with your current camera gear possibly. But if I look at the images I get from the A7CR and the images from the A7 II, you know what? I'm not gonna lie, I can't tell the difference. Obviously, if I zoom in and like, look at the details and all that kind of stuff, sure, I could see a difference. But if I'm just looking at them on my phone, on my computer, on my iPad, it's, they look the same. It's not, the difference with the A7CR and the A7 II is really I have two cameras in one in the A7CR, right? I'm getting a full frame 61 megapixel sensor in this camera, so I get this monster sensor that is more than I need as a hobbyist photographer. But then I put on my APS-C lenses, I'm getting a really good APS-C camera also. That's really, like, for me, this one camera replaces two cameras. And then the X-T5, is just a great, like, carry around camera, especially with the 23 f2 on there. It's just as good. I mean, it is the X100 line, but I can have interchangeable camera lenses. So I could put the Pancake Viltrox, I believe it is, the 27 millimeter lens that I have. Pretty cool. The kit lens that I got with this camera is probably the best kit lens I've ever used. So that's really good. Then I have the 18 to 300 or 18 to 350. I think 18, yeah, something like that from Tamron, which is like the perfect. I'm going on vacation. I'm bringing that camera and lens combination, and I could have one camera and lens that will pretty much take all the pictures I need. So for camera gear, long story short, for camera gear, I'm really good. Now, because I have the camera gear that I want, I've also decided to try to like really push myself and challenge myself when I'm using these cameras on a daily basis to just use one lens for the month. So for this month, I will be using the 35 f1.8 from Samyang that I have for Sony on the A7CR. And then for the X-T5, I'll be using the 23 f2 that I have. Essentially, it's the same focal range, like, because the Ricoh GR3X is a 40 millimeter equivalent, so it's kind of all in the same focal range. The nice part with the A7CR, I put into crop mode and it gives me the like a 50 millimeter equivalent full frame field of view. But yeah, I'm gonna really push myself to just use one camera, one lens. The one exception is when I'm going on walks with Pixel, I will use one of the Tamron lenses, or actually I can bring a Tamron lens, the Tamron 18 to 300, yeah, 18 to 300 on the X-T5, or the 70 to 350 I have for the Sony camera, because of the bird photography. Where I go, there's eagles, especially right now, they're out everywhere, and so I don't want to miss that because I'm putting some limitation on myself. But for my everyday pictures, yeah, I'm using those lenses. And speaking of everyday pictures, I'm still doing my everyday photography challenge. Not even challenge, I'm just taking a picture every day. Now, instead of posting it on Glass, because I found it limiting to just post a picture of that day, because there's so many pictures I have, and we'll talk about that in a second. But I've decided to just post them in day one. So I still take a picture a day. I still force myself to carry a camera everywhere I go. Typically, it's the Ricoh GR3X because it literally goes in my pocket. It was with me in Costco today, so took some pictures in there. But I'm putting them in day one just as a visual diary. Nothing. Sometimes I'll say something about it. Other times it's just a picture and like a few words. But what's really cool with day one is after a year, then it will just start showing me like on this day, this is what you're doing. And so the longer I do this, and as long as the app is around, it's really a cool way to have a journal of your photography, of my photography. And so that's what I'm doing with day one. The other thing is for the website, I'll be publishing 2 posts a week. And so sometimes it'll be long posts, sometimes it'll just be a link post, but I like writing. And it's not, writing isn't easy for me. It's probably the most difficult thing I've done. Even writing like an email, it takes me forever just to get from here to on a digital sheet of paper, but on my website. But it's very fulfilling. And so I really want to challenge myself to do that more. I may post some on Medium just to get more exposure possibly, but I really do like posting things on my website, and I do like writing over there. So if you're interested, you can check that out. I am going to create a Discord where we can hang out and talk and have a really cool photography community, because like this is cool, like talking to the camera and replying in the comments, but I also want to really hang out with you all virtually online. And so I'm going to create a Discord. I will create that. I probably won't have it ready for this video, but the next video I will have it ready and have a link and all that good stuff. So that's what I'll be up to. I did read an amazing article by one of you, Scott Hacker, who wrote last year, January 1st, 2024, about the minimalistic approach to photo collections. Scott, you sent me down a rabbit hole where the last few days I have just been going through and deleting old pictures that I don't need. So when I import pictures, I import them into Lightroom, pick the ones I like, and then take those picked ones and put them in a collection. And then that collection is synced between my phone and Adobe Cloud. What's nice about that is I can edit them on my phone, my tablets, and access them from another computer if I want. But the problem is the pictures that I don't pick, or let's say I shoot a bunch of panoramic images, I create the panoramic, I do the same thing, they just sit on my hard drive. And after reading Scott's article, it changed my view on this. And so I went through and deleted a ton of pictures. In fact, I recently bought this 8 terabyte hard drive because my 4 terabyte hard drive was filling up. And I'm not at the Jedi level that Scott is at, where he's under 2 terabytes of storage, well under 2 terabytes of storage. But I have reclaimed a lot of that 4 terabytes back. I think I'm just over 2 terabytes of pictures. And so I'm sure I can get rid of more pictures if I really wanted to. I might. But it's terrifying, I'm not going to lie. But it's also very relaxing, because once you have the pictures you want, and again, I went back to like years, and I kind of did this before a long time ago, but I forgot. And so I went back years and got rid of pictures that weren't flagged as liked. And I even went through and made sure that there's none in there that I didn't miss. But Past Me did a pretty good job of picking pictures. It's freeing to get rid of them. And so I want to say thank you to Scott. I will leave a link down below to that Medium post. Anyone who's watched this video should go and check it out, because it is a really cool article. Now, I don't want to go too much longer, but I do want to say thank you to everyone who's watched the video in December, who subscribed to my channel in 2024. Thank you very much. I really do appreciate it. This channel is nothing without everyone who watches it, so I truly, truly appreciate that. Again, let me know down in the comments, what are your intentions? What are your goals for 2024 or 2025? Sorry. What are your goals for 2025? Thank you as always for watching this video. If you like listening to a middle-aged man rant about photography gear, and the philosophy of photography, please hit that like and subscribe channel. You can follow me over on Glass if you want to see that, or on my website. I will have links down below. Thank you as always for watching this video, and I will see you in the next one. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.